Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to Stacks of Wax Volume 22. That's right, it's another episode of Stacks of Wax, because what else would you do with your free time? Maybe you would take this time to be productive, but instead you decided to choose to spend that time with me, which is a mistake every time, but thank you for making that mistake, I appreciate it. Anyway, for those of you who do not know what the hell is going on here, basically what I do is I go through my record collection A through Z to show off some of the cool pieces of vinyl that I own. Some of these are pretty rad, and some of these are pretty dull, but hey, that is just the name of the game. All right, no more dilly-dallying. Let's get right into things. Starting off where we left off in the Fs, we have ourselves Fiddlehead, Between the Richness. I love this album. I love Fiddlehead. I love anything that Pat Flynn does pretty much, so obviously I was going to pick this up. I did buy the first Fiddlehead album after I had already picked this up. And when it was shipped to me, I'm blanking on who shipped it to me. I wish I could call them out right now, but they fucked up. They sent me another album. So unfortunately, I do not have the other Fiddlehead album for right now. It is just this, but I'm sure I will take care of that in the near future. Love this LP. It has only grown on me with time. It's an album that I toss on constantly. It's definitely one of my go-tos. Hey, put something on for 20 minutes or whatever. Love this pressing. I think it looks gorgeous. There are a bunch of really cool ones that you could have gotten, and this is the one that I did. I was a little late to the game, so I did not get one of the cool exclusive ones when it first dropped, but you know, hey, and it is what it is. You can't win them all. This is for fans of hardcore, but people who don't really like hardcore, which is perfectly fine. Don't get me wrong. You're into what you're into. This is pretty light, nothing too heavy on here, but it'll still get you going. It's still got some really good riffs and just rockin' tunes. Yeah, can't recommend Fiddlehead enough. I desperately need them to make a new album, at least in the next like 2 years. That would give me life. A defunct band for now, and I'm beginning to think forever. That would be Fight Amp here. This is Hungry for Nothing. I talked about one of their other records that I own, and in all honesty, I own like so many Fight Amp records, but a lot of them are 7 inches, and a lot of them are also cassette tapes. So I only own like 2 actual 12-inch records from Fight Amp, but I must own like at least 3, I think, 7 inches and 2 or 3 cassettes. I have like pretty much their entire discography just like spread throughout different mediums. Yeah, this is really good. I mean, these guys are Philly guys, so I have that connection with them. They're good peeps. This is limited to 100 when it first came out. This is the red pressing. I actually got this used up in my local record store a couple of years back at the very least, probably 2 or 3 years ago at this point. But yeah, it's a solid release. This is one of my favorites from Fight Amp, I have to say. I actually just listened to Constantly Off last night. I got it on cassette, and since I just got a player in not too long ago, I was kind of jamming to it. It's solid, but I gotta admit, I really do think Hungry for Nothing is either my favorite or one of my favorites. One of these days, I'm gonna do a serious shit on them just so I can personally do my own deep dive into their music, because there's a lot going on there, and they were very influential and important in the Philadelphia scene for a while, so I don't know. I feel like it's only right to give them their flowers when I get a chance to. It also does come with this pretty sweet poster that I never got around to hanging up, and I kind of want to. I like the art style. Looks pretty cool. I'm sure I will get around to talking more about Fight Amp in the future, but right now we have more pressing matters to get to, and that would be a whole lot of Flaming Lips records. This is not like the band that I have the most records from, but I do have quite a lot, so we're gonna get into things here and see how long this takes. I would like to say, we'll start off here just because it's already right up front. This is in alphabetical order, but whatever. This is Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots. This is the 2022 repress or reissue, whatever it is. I don't know what the technicality is on this one. Now, I will say that I did purchase the limited edition box set. I actually have it sitting like right over there, but I thought about it. I kind of don't want to get into the box sets yet, since I do have a couple. I'm thinking about just doing like a one-time video or like a maybe limited series where I just talk about the actual box sets that I own and really dig into them. So for the time being, we're only going to talk about Yoshimi, this single LP version, but I do have that really cool pink 5 LP version that I'm sure I'm going to talk about in the near future. But hey, forget I even said any of this. Let's go right into the Flaming Lips. I was a little annoyed, to say the very least, when I purchased this, that not even 10 days later, it wasn't even 2 whole weeks yet, is when they announced the limited edition box sets that I ended up picking up. I was like, you've got to be freaking kidding me. I didn't have this record for so many years. Now all of a sudden I buy it, and then you're going to tempt me and win to get me to pay $100 for a box set. But that is my own issue. I have to be better with my own money, or worse. I don't really know. I don't really care either. This record got me through a lot of like shitty and annoying times in my life, so I don't know. I love it. For that, it has that cultural touchstone where I can remember the first time that I ever heard Do You Realize? I remember sitting in an airport during a pretty dark time, listening to this entire LP, like back to back to back, because it was like the only thing that I had saved on my phone. Yeah, I love this album. It's very personal to me. It's not my favorite, like I said, but still, album kicks ass. If you haven't listened to it before, god damn it, you're fucking up, but stop fucking up and go listen to it. Continuing with studio LPs from the Flaming Lips, this is the Vinyl Me Please version of Soft Bulletin. This is my favorite Flaming Lips albums, like, kind of no question. Everything about this LP is perfect to me. I love it thoroughly. I listen to it all the goddamn time. I swear to God, Waiting for Superman gets stuck in my head like once every 2 weeks. It's like almost guaranteed to happen. I would like to open this up to show you what's inside and all that, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. I kind of hate the way that Vinyl Me Please like packages shit sometimes. I don't have like a better solution or whatever, but I don't know. It's not like my favorite way to package things, but it does have this cool lenticular cover that you can see here. It is pressed on like a yellowish beige record. Almost sort of like what's going on up in here. You probably can't see it. That's fine. I will maybe toss a picture on the screen right here from the Discogs page to show off what it looks like. That is absolutely my favorite from the Flaming Lips, which is why I ended up spending the extra money to get the Vinyl Me Please version, because fuck it, man, I love it. It's worth the money to me, like 10 out of 10 times. I'd probably do it again if you asked me to. And to continue talking about my love for this album, of course, I had to pick up the Live at Red Rocks recording that they put out a couple of years ago at this point. Was it 2019? Yeah, this is them playing the Soft Bulletin all the way through, featuring the Colorado Symphony with conductor Andre de Ritter. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. Fuck, man. God damn. I bought this before I even got a chance to get the Vinyl Me Please version of the Soft Bulletin. Just because I love this so much, I had to hear it in some way, shape, or form. And honestly, this recording is pretty awesome. They do some fantastic renditions of the songs with the backing orchestra, really just expanding on everything that they had done initially on the LP itself and bringing it into the 21st century, just blowing it up, making it bigger and better than ever, fucking fireworks all over the place, that type of shit. God, I would kill to see this record played entirely live at Red Rocks. That's a dream right there. That is like oh my God, I would drop everything in just to go to that. The last Flaming Lips record that I want to talk about here is the final LP that I own from them. I do have, like I said, the box set, a couple 7-inches as well, and I'm sure this collection will only grow as time moves on because there are so many Flaming Lips albums that I would like to get. Please, if somebody wants to give me American Head, I would really appreciate that. Thank you very much. But moving on, we do have the final one here, and that would be the Flaming Lips with Stardeath and White Dwarfs, Henry Rollins, and Peaches covering Dark Side of the Moon. It's a weird one, a very strange one actually. I first listened to this while I was in college back in 2017. I thought it was pretty rad. I was really getting the Flaming Lips at the time, or I was into them, but guess I didn't really know about this existence yet. Recently, I found a copy for like stupidly cheap online. I think it was like 13 bucks. Figured, of course, I would buy this for $13. It's pretty rad. I have not opened this up yet. It's just on black vinyl. I did not get any of the limited pressings that they made back in like 2011 or whenever this came out. But yeah, it's cool. I'm excited to dig into it at some point soon. Like I said, it's been a couple of years since I actually put this on, but I always found it pretty intriguing the way they treated this record, especially with the special guests that are on here. I mean, how the fuck do you get Henry Rollins and Peaches on the same tracks with the Flaming Lips covering Pink fucking Floyd? What? Yeah, it's a weird one, but I appreciate it. I think it's kind of cool. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be spinning that at some point soon. That does conclude the Flaming Lips collection here, but let's move on into an equally important artist. That would be Fleetwood Mac. I have 2 records here. I have Self-Titled and I have Rumors. Both these are older copies. This one I got from a friend's parents who were giving away a bunch of records. I've talked about it on the show already, but you know, just to fill you guys in here. They're giving away a bunch of records. I kind of cleared them out. This one of them I grabbed. Very happy I did. Great record. This is in actually fantastic condition for how old it is. And if you know Fleetwood Mac, you know this is obviously one that you have to pick up. I would love to get Tusk at some point too, don't get me wrong, but pretty happy with having these 2 in my collection. And then yeah, Rumors here. Definitely the worst of the 2 copies that I own, just in terms of quality itself. Definitely some light crackling on this one, not entirely pleased, but maybe I'll upgrade and get like a really nice, whatever, 180 gram bullshit deluxe reissue fucking thing. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I do love these albums. I love Fleetwood Mac, and I am gradually trying to expand my knowledge of their music. Don't be surprised if I add some more Fleetwood Mac in my collection in the near future, but we'll see what happens. Sorry, I'm trying to fly through these now because I realized how long I took on the Flaming Lips, and I feel bad making this video like way too long. Next up is a shoegazy kind of release. This is Fleshwater with We're Not Here to Be Loved. This came out last year on Closed Casket Activities. It's fucking awesome. It's really fucking cool, man. This album's like badass. It has only grown on me with time too, which is always a good thing. So, but yeah, man, check out this fucking record. Goddamn, bright as hell, cool as hell. Fleshwater is a newer band. They do have like a demo on cassette that goes for a lot of money right now, which sucks because I would like to get it, but I don't feel like spending $80 on it right now. But yeah, if you're into like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's shoegaze, but it has like very hard tendencies to it. It's almost like, it's gonna sound shitty. Imagine if Evanescence did like late 2010s shoegaze. I guess that's like a good kind of way to give you at least a general picture of what the hell is going on here. Not saying that is my best analogy of all time. I'm actually pretty disappointed in that one, but still. Amazing record. Go check it out. If you get your hands on one of these copies too, I absolutely would, because they're kind of selling really well. And if you're looking to sell in like the aftermarket or whatever, this is one to kind of invest in. That's just me. Another weird release that I actually just talked about not too long ago on my 11 criminally underrated records in my collection video, that would be Florida Man here. This is Tropical Depression. If you've seen that video, you already know what you're getting into here, so I will make this one rather quick. Cool noise rock-ish stuff. Yeah, I don't know, I like this band. Really cool picture disc, must say. Cool orange, actual orange picture disc. Goes well with the Tropical Depression theme, if you ask me. Thanks to Limited to One for giving this to me on my bi-monthly package Patreon thing that I'm subscribed to. This is a pretty rad one to get. Yeah, limited to 100, so it's definitely, you know, not found everywhere, so that's kind of cool. I like having this one in my collection. One that I think a lot of people have listened to before, and that's a good thing because it's an amazing album. That would be Flying Lotus, You're Dead. I did buy this record not too long after it initially came out. I gotta say, this is probably my favorite Flying Lotus release. Man, try saying that a couple of times. Holy shit. Yeah, it's definitely my favorite of his releases. I know a lot of other people will say other records, and I understand, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. This was the one that I really first kind of came into openly and really enjoyed. I don't feel like getting it out of the sleeve right now, because it is tight in there. Hot damn, this is a fucking fat ass gatefold. It's on black vinyl. You're not missing too much. But please give this album a listen if you have not yet, especially if you listen to Flying Lotus and not this one. I mean, goddamn, some amazing features on this record that really propel it forward. Moving into a pretty cool hip-hop release here. This is actually FlySiifu's EP, the Smoke Break EP. This is Fly Anakin and Pink Sifu coming together once again for a collaborative project. I'm a hack and a fraud because I'm completely forgetting the album that they just did together back in 2020, but I fucking loved it. It was one of my favorite releases of that year, and that's why I feel like such an idiot for not remembering what it's called. But boy, these two, they sound great together. They really do. I wouldn't mind if they just like continued together for like the next 10 years and made like a duo project out of it or something like that. Yeah, this is just like kind of loosies and stuff like that, that they threw together. I don't know, I think it's a really good EP. I found it for pretty cheap, so I wasn't like too upset about spending too much money on it, but I always like adding some weirder hip hop into my collection just because I don't buy enough of it. I just really haven't in the past couple of years, and I kind of want to change that. Yeah, I would definitely check this out. It's a cool little EP. I mean, it's definitely closer to like a full-length LP in terms of length-wise, but you know, there are a couple good tracks on here that I really do think that anybody could get into. It's not like something so experimental that like it'll blow your mind or like turn you off or something like that. There's some good tunes on there. Let's flip the switch and talk about some like incredible power violence, screamo, whatever you want to quantify it as. This is For Your Health in Spite Of. Boy, this is a ripper from front to back. It kills. It will tear your face off and put it back on in like weird mismatchy ways. You'll look like a fucked up, I don't know, puzzle or something like that. God damn, this album is amazing. I love it. Yeah, I got I think it was limited to like 150 or something like that from Brooklyn Vegan, if I'm not mistaken. I got this pressing here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. In terms of like actual record length itself, it is rather short because it is a screamo record. I think it clocks in at like 20 or 25 minutes, but boy, this entire thing just fucking rips. Oh yeah. I was looking on Last.fm not too long ago just to like out of curiosity see what are like the most listened to songs that I have gone through like on Spotify or whatever, just through playlists, listen to albums, whatever. What have I come back to the most intentionally or not intentionally? And it does appear, and it turns out that in the top 20, the song Birthday Candles in the Effigy, the opening track to this LP, is in there because I just listen to it all the fucking time. It kicks ass. Just take my word for it. Go listen to it. Fuck, man, I need them to make a new record soon. I'm sure they're in the works. I'd be damn surprised to find out they aren't. But until then, it's a waiting game, and it's a game that we all must play, unfortunately. All right, let's close this video out. We have 2 records here from Foxtails. We have Fawn and 3, both killer screamo power violence releases featuring violins, string sections, and just crazy vocals. Can't recommend these records enough. Their discography in general is pretty fantastic all the way through. A couple hiccups here and there, but still, these are 2 that you almost cannot go wrong with. I did make a video for So You're Interested In on these peeps, so go check that out if you're interested in them at all. I think I did a pretty good job on those videos, and yeah, man, just some punishingly brutal shit. Yeah, if you like hate yourself and you're looking to like just fucking pound your head into a wall, put these records on, man. They'll take care of it for you. And that will do it for this edition of Stacks of Wax. I thank you very much for tuning in here. I apologize that these videos have been going on longer and longer as time has gone on. I'm trying to be better about that, but you know, I keep making promises that I'm not committing to. I don't know what that says about me. Well, one thing that I did commit to, which was at the end of volume 21, was that I was going to record this immediately after, and I actually did, which means that there could be some records that will be ending up in my collection in this F section that I don't get a chance to talk about because I did it preemptively. That's the challenge of this show. Oh well. But the best way to find out about any of the new videos coming out on this channel is to be subscribed. That of course does help me out, but it also helps you out by letting you know when I drop new videos, whether it is another episode in this episodic series of Stacks of Wax, which does come out about once every month at this point, or a show like So You're Interested In, where I go through, break down an artist's discography, give you some good starting off points in order to get into them. That comes out once a week. So yeah, there's plenty of content to be watched on this channel, so if you like music, or if you have a friend who likes music, please send this out to them. I would really appreciate it. Also, hold the phone, forgot to talk about this. If you have any of these records in your own collection, or if these are records that you want in your collection, let me know in the comment section below. If there's one thing that I love talking about, it is vinyl, so go on down there. I would gladly start a conversation with you. And yeah, that's it. Just make sure to go out and support your local record store if you're able to, along with the local artists in your area. And well, until I see you next time, happy listening.